Hey everybody, welcome to A.R.E. Live. I'm Marc Teer, the founder of Black Spectacles, and today I'm with Charlie Klecha, the president of the AIAS and now just about licensed architect. You guys may remember that Charlie took all 7 exams in 7 days. He did that about 3 weeks ago. So today we're going to find out what the results are, how we prepared for all those exams, and we'll circle back and figure out what's going on with the past scholarship program. But first, I think I saw some new body art maybe on Facebook that you have. Can you enlighten me a little bit?
So this was my my celebration down in New Orleans when I got the results at the NCARB annual meeting. I had actually promised all along that I was going to get an AIAS tattoo. I promised that during my initial campaign. So that's the AIAS logo there with the compass and 58 for the 58th president. And then I also added these 2 playing cards added onto an existing tattoo, the 7 and 7, to commemorate my crazy A.R.E. stunt.
Yeah. So all right, so tell me, so what happened? How did it go?
It was an overwhelming and unexpected success. I passed all 7 exams on the first go. It was quite a surprise. I was confident that I would pass 4 and hopeful for 5. So opening it up and seeing all 7 was quite a shock, but a very pleasant one.
So for folks who maybe don't quite know, so you've passed all 7 of the exams. Are you a licensed architect now?
I am not. Because Michigan and many other areas now participate in early eligibility, I was able to start testing before I've completed IDP. And actually, I am only a small percentage of the way into my IDP, and none of it has actually come from working in a firm. So I have about 2 to 2.5 years of work in setting A in an architecture firm yet before I'm actually licensed, which I am more than happy with. I think I've got the hard part out of the way, so I have no problem getting to work.
Yeah, and so being the president of the AIAS and a newly almost licensed architect, have you had any luck finding a place to work?
I have. I actually just accepted a position with Quinn Evans Architects. They have their major offices are DC and Ann Arbor, Michigan, but they have a satellite studio in Detroit, which is currently moving to a new location, conveniently a block away from where I live. They'll actually share that building with AIA Michigan and Lawrence Technological University's downtown studio.
Okay.
And they're looking to expand that office. They have a specialty in historic preservation and adaptive reuse. So with all the existing building stock in Detroit, they have a big opportunity to make a real impact. So I'm excited to be joining that team.
Yeah, that's awesome. But you have to tell me. I mean, tell me the story of you getting. I mean, what did you get? All 7 of the notices on the same day or something? And tell me that story.
Right.
Getting all of them.
I actually expected, because from what I'd heard, you get a notice saying your results are in for this exam. Go to your, log into my NCARB and check the results. So actually, I saw at some point that I had an email waiting from NCARB. I thankfully took a vacation right after the exam so that I wouldn't be stressing out about the results coming in. But the first part of that week, I saw I had an email from NCARB and just didn't even look at it. But it was just the one, and that kind of worried me. So then down in New Orleans at NCARB annual meeting, we did this kind of grand reveal at our table in the kind of resource area. And I just went straight to my NCARB and opened the my examination page, and sure enough, right there, it just listed 7 passes in a row. I thought I was reading it wrong at first when I looked at it.
Yeah.
I eventually did look back at my email, and the email I did get was, "Congratulations, you've completed the A.R.E."
Wow.
So I'm glad I didn't read the subject line. I just ignored it, because it would have spoiled the surprise.
Oh man, that's so awesome! I can't even imagine getting all. I mean, what was it like? What was it like that week? Did you? I mean, you took them at 9 o'clock every day for 7 days straight, or what?
They were actually. I scheduled most of them close to midday, because they were a little ways away from where I live in Detroit. So I had a bit of a commute, and I wanted to make sure I had time to get up, eat a good breakfast, do a little bit of kind of last minute review, flipping through some things, and get out there plenty early. So yeah, they were generally 11:30 or noon, and it was a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Had a weekend off to kind of recalibrate, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday I had my job interviews, and Saturday I was off to Mexico. So
Are you serious?
it was a very
So you took your last exam on Thursday. You had an interview on Friday. You went on vacation. You had 2 interviews on Friday. That's awesome.
It was a busy week.
Man,
Mexico felt great.
You're gonna be so bored when you actually start practicing.
I know. I hear that a lot. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all my free time.
Yeah, well, you have a background in radio morning shows, so
There we go.
you got a future there. Okay, so I guess the thing I'm wondering is, which exams, like what order did you take the exams in, and why?
So I did a little bit of research, kind of just poked around some blogs and asked a few people for recommendations. What I ended up doing was building systems, building design and construction systems, and structural systems the first week, and then construction docs, programming, planning, and practice, site planning and design, and schematic design the second week. Most of the references I'd seen and people I talked to said put schematic design last, which was fine. And then there are certain ones that kind of cluster together well. So I heard a lot that CDS, PPP, and SPD had some overlap, and then building systems and BDCS seemed like it made sense to kind of cluster those together. So both in terms of kind of the duration of the exam and kind of my comfort level with the exams based on kind of practice tests I was taking, It was a nice kind of sort of up and down. It wasn't like all of the hard ones at once or all of the long ones at once. It was just kind of a breakdown of how comfortable I felt with them and how stressed I thought I would feel afterwards.